Hello, friends. Okay, so first things first, I just want to acknowledge this real quick. The sun was so horribly blinding, I could not get good lighting, so I put up a blanket in between the window and my blinds, and yeah. It's a Draco Malfoy blanket. Just wanted to get that out of the way. So as I've been really focusing on settling into a good groove with my skincare routine this past week, I realized maybe I should just make a video about my limited knowledge of skincare and how I completely fixed my skin, because my skin was rough. Say it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Why not?
It's stupid. It's
What
not
do you
true.
mean it's stupid? What do you just say it?
It's not.
It doesn't have to be.
I'm not gonna say it.
It doesn't have to be true.
I am not. But Grace, you have always had such clear porcelain Snow White skin.
Oh, thank you for your observation, Eli. My brother is so kind. I would say starting about 3rd grade up until I was about 16, I had monstrous acne. Horrible. It would scab and it would blister and it would, like, my face would be like bleeding throughout the day. It was just so bad. And it started fairly young too. Like, I was legit the only girl in elementary school that had such bad skin. These are my credentials. Yeah, it was bad. It was really bad. Now, granted, I am a huge Dr. Pimple Popper fan, so yeah, you best believe every time one popped up, I was popping that sucker. So I know that didn't help, but still, it was really bad. Obviously, my skin is not perfect. I still get breakouts. I have, texture. I have massive pores. I got blackheads. I got all that stuff, but it's not anywhere near as bad. So I think I've come a long way, and I think I've earned the right to speak on the subject. So I'm just gonna drop my skincare routine morning and night and throw in some little tips that helped me get over that terrible acne. So when I say it kind of disappeared just really overnight, I mean that's how it felt, because I would say my acne really cleared up at 16. And I turned 16 November of 2020, so that was COVID year. So everyone was wearing these masks, right? While everyone was wearing masks, nobody noticed that my acne was clearing up, which is weird. A lot of people got maskne, like that was really a contributing factor to why they got acne during COVID. I actually cleared up during COVID, and nobody saw it. It was so annoying. So even though it definitely didn't happen overnight, but it really felt like once we got to take these masks off, it was like, oh, I feel like a whole new person. It was really great. So I've got 10 tips, and this last one that I have, stick around, because this last one is an absolute game changer, especially if you had acne to the point where it scabbed like I did. This last one, I think the last one is what really turned it all around for me. All right, so the first one, I'm sure you've heard before. Drink water. There's nothing more to say on that. Guys, drink water. Drink it. Second one I have is drink tea. I'm a huge tea fanatic, and I live in Tennessee, so when people say tea, it's an automatic iced sweet tea, which is terrible for you. I don't mean iced sweet tea, I mean hot tea with the little tea bags. Drink tea. The first tea that I really got into was hibiscus tea, and after that it was just a downward spiral tea all the time. Drink tea. And there are lots of benefits to drinking tea that's unrelated to skin. Anyways, find your tea, stick to your tea, drink your tea. Next is to determine your skin type. And this one's a big one because as you are looking for products to use, some products cater towards certain skin types. I have really oily, acne-prone skin, so when I'm looking for skincare products, I find stuff that says for normal to oily. So when you find out what your skin type is, find your products, and then I guess this is a little bonus tip. Stick to your brand. If it works, don't experiment. I've been using CeraVe since I was 16. I swear by it. I will never use another cleanser. When you find your skin type and you find your brands, stick to it. If they work, stick to it. Do not abandon them. Next is solidify your routine. I will walk you through both of my routines, morning and night, here in a minute. I would say at the very minimum, you need a cleanser, toner, and moisturizer. If you're new, I would start there and then build or subtract as you need, as you're figuring out your skin and what it's reacting to. My next bit of advice is to double cleanse. I do this more at night than I do in the mornings, because in the morning it's not really necessary, I don't think. I have a gel-based cleanser for the nighttime. I have a gel-based cleanser and a water-based cleanser. The first one's more heavy duty. It gets all the makeup and all the dirt of the day off of me. And then the second one is much gentler. I mean, and the same concept goes with shampooing. I always double shampoo. Sleep with a silk pillowcase. And some of these are pretty small things, but things that I just recommend to see the little progression over time. If you don't want to sleep with a silk pillowcase or can't for whatever reason, wash at least once a week. Wash your pillowcase. I would say wash your bed sheets 2 times a month, but your pillow, like, at least once a week. Try to eat clean. This isn't health advice, and that is also me preaching to the choir as well. I should be eating cleaner. I put on my thing, eat clean-ish. Your outside is a reflection of inside, and that doesn't just go, like, people use that an example for like weight loss and stuff. That doesn't just go for your body, it goes for your skin too. If you are not nourished on the inside, you won't look nourished on the outside. Next one I have is weekly or bi-weekly, depending on your schedule, spa nights. Designated a day of the week. Do your face masks, steam your face, do whatever you gotta do. Treat yourself. All right, the next one I have is pimple patches. These, I think, saved my life, because what I would get is sometimes you see a pimple and it's small, it's pretty up to the surface. I'm like, that's an easy pop, and I'd pop it. But sometimes you'd get these and they would just be taking so much space. You're like, I cannot pop all of that in one go, which I know I'm a hypocrite, but don't pop your pimples. I do, but you shouldn't. Then when I got this pimple patch, this stuff is like magic. We just like bring it all to the surface. It's insane how well these pimple patches work. So, pimple patches. Don't pop your pimples. Oh, one more little bonus tip. I wrote them all down and then more keep coming to me. When I teach my little 10-year-old cousin about skincare, the thing I tell her is don't neglect the neck. Yes, you want to take care of this, but take care of this too. This is important. Another bonus. Sorry, they keep coming to me. Sunscreen. Every single day. I don't care if it's winter. I don't care if it's raining. I don't care if it's blackout outside. Okay? Sunscreen. My family makes fun of me because there are 6 of us. Half of us, we say we're like Twilight. We're either werewolves or vampires. My dad and my 2 youngest brothers are very, very tan. Very dark. I'm like, very. Then me and my mom and my other brother were ghosts. We're so pale. But of the 3 ghosts, I am the worst because I refuse to get in the sun. Like, even they tan better than me because they actually go out in the sun and try. Like, we just went to the Bahamas and they were all out on the beach and I stayed under the tent and I read. And I wore long pants. I mean, they were lightweight because it was the Bahamas, but they were long. And I had a towel that I wrapped around me whenever I left the tent. I lathered myself in sunscreen. And then we just had a pool day the other day for 4th of July, and I put sunscreen on. Everyone put sunscreen on, and then they jump right in the pool. I'm like, you guys know you gotta wait, like, for the sunscreen to dry before you get in the pool. And they're like, I don't care. I'm like, okay, you're all gonna get sun poisoning. I'm a little extreme with my sunscreen, but at the very least, sunscreen on your face and neck, at the very least. And I don't care how bright it is outside. I don't care how many clouds are in the sky. I don't care what season it is. I don't care what you're doing. I don't care if you leave your house. Sunscreen. And the last tip I have, the holy grail of skincare, in my opinion, This is what saved me from scarring. It's what got rid of those awful blistering pimples on my face. This is probably the number one thing I can recommend if you had acne like I did, and not enough people are talking about this. I legitimately wish more people knew how well this works. You may be asking, where do I obtain this secret weapon? What secret hidden shelf at Sephora do I need to find? How much money do I need? Do I need to take out a second mortgage to pay for this? You can get this at a drugstore for like less than $6, I think. Hold on, let me Google it real quick. It's $3.56 at Walmart. And I wish I had some with me. I haven't really needed it lately. It's bacitracin. Like literal, just like bacitracin that you put on cuts and wounds. Actually, my grandmother recommended that to me. Because I experimented with skincare for as long as I've had acne, and it did not end until I started adding bacitracin to the mix. It is my saving grace. I wish more people were talking about bacitracin as skincare. Obviously, don't like coat your face in bacitracin, but if you got some scarring, you got a little spotting, what I do when I have spots to take care of is I do the whole shebang, the whole routine, and then any spots I have a pimple patch, and then once that's gone, the next night after everything is out, I just bacitracin on that spot. It is a miracle worker. It's unbelievable. Anyways, those are all my tips. I feel like I just kind of like spat them out. And then more kept like coming to me as I was talking. But yeah, so now we're gonna cut to my morning and nighttime skincare routine. Now, admittedly, I don't know what I'm doing. Like, I know what I did to clear my skin and I know what I used, but when it comes to all these skincare things that like people know so much about these days, I don't know any of that. So I'm just gonna demonstrate, and then if any of y'all skincare gurus are in the comments like, you should be using the XYZ acid and this cleanser and blah, 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 feel free, because I don't know. All right, so my morning routine is different from my night routine. I need to pull my hair back. I mean, the first thing I'm gonna do is like brush my teeth and all that fun stuff. So this is one of my, I swear by this. I have pretty oily, acne prone skin, so I got from normal to oily. Although I think when I first started really trying to get into skincare, I didn't know what kind of skin I had, so I think I just got normal. I swear by this brand. This will be the cleanser till the day I die. It's also really gentle, and I think it's water-based. So it's really good, you know, when you're just waking up and you don't want to do anything too harsh on your skin. And now that my face is a little bit clean, I usually put my contacts in. Alright, I believe this is toner. I actually got it at like a craft fair. She said you can use it as a toner, and then when it got really low, but it had witch hazel in it, and I really love the smell of the witch hazel, so I bought this, which is a toner, and then I just like poured it in there, and now it still, you know, smells nice. I don't know if there's a certain way of applying toner, but this is what I do. This is probably very, very wrong. And then I let that dry a little bit, and finally, this is another, I swear by this is a Vino moisturizer with SPF. Lifesaver. I do use a different moisturizer at night. That's because it makes my face like red and stuff, so I wear this, like I've been using this since I was 16. This is a game changer for me. And on top of that, it just smells amazing. Okay, so that's the morning. Very simple, 3 things: cleanser, toner, moisturizer, the Golden Trinity. It gets a bit more complicated for the night routine, so see you then. All right, so this one's a bit more extensive. I just want to say I'm having a really great hair day. I don't know what it is. I'm just gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna wake up and it's gonna be a mess, and then oh well. Perfect hair day, just totally ruined. Just gonna pull my hair back. I'm just getting all my steps out. This is a 6-step routine. All right, so I just do the one cleanser in the morning. At night I do 2 cleansers, starting with this is a gel-based cleanser. The other one I think is water-based. So this is a much more heavy-duty cleanser. It's good to get all the junk off my face. Now I'm gonna go back in with the same one from this morning. All right, now I have an exfoliator. This is a really, really gentle exfoliate? Yeah, that's the word. This is a gentle exfoliator. My skin is very, very sensitive. So anything too harsh, I will go red and I will break out. So this is really, really soft and really gentle. So then I still go in with this at night. I heard some people don't use toner at night. I don't know if you're like not supposed to or whatever. I just really like the way it smells, so I use it at night too. And then this is my nighttime moisturizer. I don't use this every night. Well, I'm easing into it. So the first night I put it on, it made my face super, super red. And I asked my mom about it, and she said it's the hyaluronic acid. She said you have to ease your way into hyaluronic acid. So I'm slowly working my way up to this. Right now, it's just 3 times a week, but I'm trying to work into doing that more. See, even this is a much better reaction than I normally get. So I guess we're getting there. And as far as like oils and serums, I'm not 100% sure what the rule on that is, but I went to Spain on a school trip, and we met this man who made all kinds of stuff out of avocados, and he said we could all have one free thing from his table, which was super nice of him. And I picked face oil. He had lip balm, he had all kinds of things, and I picked this. And again, I'm not 100% sure what the rule on it is. I don't use it a lot because I already have pretty oily skin, but I really just like the way it smells. It reminds me of Spain. It smells so good, and it's like some like cool exotic face stuff, so like why not? I heard stuff like niacinamide and hyaluronic acid, like serums like that, is what I need to get to like make my pores not so gigantic. I'm just not quite sure where to work that into the routine, but we'll cross that bridge when we come to it. All right, so just to recap, we got the gel-based cleanser, the water-based cleanser, the exfoliator, the toner, the moisturizer, and the face oil. So my nighttime routine is double the size of my morning routine, but that's okay. And yeah, that's my skincare routine. All those specific brands that I have, except for the toner, which I bought at a fair, those are my brands that I had to experiment with before I committed to them. So I mean, obviously I would recommend them to anybody who asks, but if you're trying to get into your skincare routine, if the brand isn't working, try a new brand. I remember being in 4th grade and I would see these advertisements for Curology. It was a big thing. But I remember asking my mom if I could get Curology, and I was so happy when she let me. I was so excited. It like showed up at our door. That was like a new thing too. I was so excited to get Curology, and then it didn't do anything for me. Turns out all I needed was CeraVe. If you have access to like a real esthetician, ask that person. I'm not the expert. I can only tell you what worked for me though. Also, it's important to note that I did not do spot treatment because I don't really have any spots right now. But for spot treatment, it would usually just be a pimple patch and bacitracin. All right, that's all I have for you, but I do have a special guest. Please welcome back to the stage my 13-year-old brother Eli. Please don't break the mic this time.
Hello there. You know the basics. Like, subscribe. Okay, I'm getting down. Like, subscribe, sell your soul to the devil. You know, all the basics. And don't forget, always eat macaroni with the marshmallows. Good day, everybody. Good night.
Dude, why are you the way that you are? Get out. Yeah, what he said.